Next question will be from David Kelly of Liberty on the Rocks, and he'll be asking it to Ken.
Ken, I noticed that your pocket handbook of your Declaration of Independence and Constitution didn't look all too worn, and I hope you have a worn copy somewhere, because I know I do. I carry one with me to work every day. My first question is a two-part question. What does the 10th Amendment of the U.S. Constitution mean to you? And do you support the people of Colorado and the sovereign state of Colorado's right to nullify any federal law, mandate, resolution, and whatnot, i.e. Obamacare, that is not an enumerated power delegated to the feds in the Constitution?
Do you have your copy of the Constitution with you? I guess not. What does the 10th Amendment mean to me? What it means is that we are a sovereign state. What it means is that the Founding Fathers intended the federal government to have limited powers. What it means is that we send senators back to the United States Congress to act consistent with the 10th Amendment. And those senators should have voted against Obamacare, should have voted against Obamacare for a number of reasons. One, it provides for unfunded mandates on the states. Two, it requires individuals to buy insurance. For the first time ever in our country's history, we are now required to do something as a result of being a citizen of the United States. An economic activity as a result of being a citizen of the United States. When I go back to the Senate, will I absolutely vote against it? Yes. Will I will I encourage states to nullify activities that they deem are irresponsible? No. Every state would automatically withdraw from the income tax. And you know what? It doesn't work. So we've got to have senators that go back there and do the right thing and have the backbone to do the right thing. And that is the answer. It's not nullification. I would support the state of Colorado doing its best to nullify Obamacare specifically. But when you ask a general question about any law that Colorado does not appreciate, no, I don't agree with that.
Can I follow up with that? So we're talking Constitution here.
What are the rules?
Hold on that, David. Let's keep moving. Jane?
Obamacare is the single largest encroachment by the federal government, I believe, in the history of our country. For the first time in our nation's history, the federal government is mandating that individual citizens purchase a private product. But even beyond that, what they're saying is if you don't purchase a private product, we will penalize you up to $900 or 2.5% of your adjusted gross income. Ladies and gentlemen, that is the reason that I am running for the United States Senate. The federal government is out of control. It is overspending, it is overtaxing, it is overregulating. That's stifling job creation. But it's striking at the core of who we are as free and independent people. Washington thinks that they have all the answers. We know that there are things that we could do that would bring the cost of health care down, and that's the goal of health care reform. Does anybody believe that a $2.5 trillion bill is going to bring the cost of health care down and improve our health care? No. Absolutely not. We can do things in the private sector, like tort reform, like portability, like tax equity, like purchasing across state lines that will actually help. We need to repeal Obamacare, pull it out by the roots. If you send me to the United States Senate, that's job number one for me.
We're going to go on to the next question. That's going to be asked by Jim Paff of the Colorado Faith and Freedom Coalition, and he'll be asking that question to Jay.
Does he get, I think he still gets a 1 minute rebuttal.
He elected not to have his 1 minute. All right. And that's fine.
Great.
Jim?
Thank you. Jane, the Democrats in Congress, and frankly, a few Republicans from time to time have bandied about leaving what has been a basic right in this country to a private ballot by recommending that we pass what's called wrongly the Employee Free Choice Act, which would actually give union members the ability to require employees, while they're organizing a business, would require employees to actually, in the presence of a union organizer, check off on a card whether or not they're accepting a vote of the union. This would potentially create great intimidation at the workplace. Would you support the Employee Free Choice Act?
Absolutely not, Jim. And the thing is, with our appointed Senator Michael Bennett, he will not tell people where he is on, I call it card check. Let me tell you, I believe that an individual should have the opportunity to choose whether he or she joins a union in private without any repercussions or any intimidation by the union, the company, or co-workers. But even one of the more onerous parts of that legislation, Jim, as it now stands, is the requirement that the government can mandate a contract between the company and the union if they can't reach an agreement. And again, that would be a job-stifling piece of legislation that would kill the economy. And I have to tell you, I haven't just said that up here. When President Obama nominated Craig Becker, a big-time AFL-CIO attorney, to be his pick on the National Labor Relations Board, I said, don't do this. And I asked Michael Bennett, I said, it would be a travesty if you voted for that. We lost that initiative. But I have to tell you, please be concerned about card check. Everywhere you go, ask about this, because again, it is a huge encroachment on our privacy rights. Thanks for the question, Jim.
I am opposed to card check, and would vote against both provisions of card check if I was elected United States Senator. I think that raises an interesting issue, though, and the issue is the abuse of our system by unions in this country. You know, the Democrats have done a marvelous job of setting up our campaign finance laws to make sure that unions have an advantage over all the rest of us. They have also set up other laws to give unions advantage. We have to make sure that we do not allow that system to continue. And I am on record and was a strong voice 2 years ago on the right to work issue. And I am strongly in favor of individuals' right to work in this country without being members of unions. And I hope that Colorado adopts that someday. And I will fight whatever I can to make sure that the federal government doesn't in any way inhibit that right to work.